Hiya, my name's Charlie and welcome to my channel. Hiya guys, thank you so much for all your lovely comments from last week's video. You guys were so lovely. I'm all feeling loads better now. We are all in the clear. So it's just going to take some time to recover my energy levels, but apart from that, we're all good. So thank you if you wrote a nice comment last week. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you guys. Now, on to the weekly reads. As you can imagine, I still haven't been reading a whole lot because I'm still recovering my energy, but it doesn't matter what we read, as we've already said. If we read one book a week, it's fine. If we finish no books a week, it's fine. So whatever our reading pace is, whatever your reading pace is, whatever my reading pace is, it's all fine. Do you even care about that? Probably not. Anyway, so the first book that I finished last weekend was Our Doris by Charles Heathcote. Me and Charlie are going to be doing a live show for this on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. So come and join. I'll put like links in the description for that. So yeah, then that's for the first book in the Our Doris series. So yeah, and I really enjoyed it. Obviously, as I said last week, it's a wonderful, cozy like book. With older characters, and it's just brilliant. So if you want to come and find out more about that book, come and join mine and Charlie's live next week. And if you've got any questions for Charlie, you can put them in the description or go over to Charlie's channel or message me or Charlie on our Instagram links, etc. And the next book I finished, like I said, I was listening to an audiobook, which I finished just in the nick of time on the 31st of January, was Get a Life, Chloe Brown. And this is another one that today, as you watch this at 2 p.m, and me, Victoria and Daniela are going to be doing a live on this. So a live show about this on Victoria's channel, the lovely Victoria from What Victoria Read. Again, I'll put the link for the video in the description. So yeah, this was just wonderful revisiting this. We're going to be talking about it on the live show, but we follow Chloe Brown, who lives with a chronic lives with chronic pain, specifically fibromyalgia, and it follows also her romance with a character called Red. So yeah, again, if you want to find out more and discuss this with us and join us talking about this wonderful book, join us today, this afternoon. Yeah, that was a good one. Then I had a book that I'd picked up from the library that I'd previously, I think I'd included it in one of my book hauls, or I've spoken to you guys kind of briefly about it. This is The Boy Lost in the Maze. It's a library book that I borrowed by Joseph Coelho, and in this it tells the story of two boys, Theo and Theseus, and so it's predominantly talking about their relation, how the boys are searching for relationships with their fathers. So one is set in the modern day and one is set in ancient Greek time. So yeah, it was really interesting. Sorry, excuse the reflection. Yeah, so it was just really interesting. It's a novel told in verse. It's also got illustrations in it. Let me see, like these little things. And one of the things that I wasn't expecting, it has certain chapters, not all the chapters, but it also has interactive elements. So you'll get to a page and it will ask you to make a decision, and then based upon your decision, it will, it's one of those stories where you go to page like 106, and then depending on what you've done, either go back to page 104 or move forward, or etc. So it's not the whole book isn't like this, but there were parts of it, and I just thought that was really unique, and kind of not unique, but I thought that was kind of fun. And just the story itself, like I said, talking about how the boys are searching for their fathers, was really interesting. I loved learning about, like, because it's based upon the Greek myths, which I just thought was really well done. Yeah, 100% I want to research. I know this author's got another book out called The Girl Who Became a Tree. So yeah, I want to see if I can find this one and see maybe if my library has this one. Or but yeah, highly recommend it. Quite fun, quite easy read, because it's obviously broken down. It was very easy to get through. I've been struggling, which I'll tell you in a second. I've been struggling to read this week because I can basically only read on normal pages, like 30 pages at a time, before I start getting headaches. I think this is like a side effect, the after effect of COVID, I guess, to do with my eyes being dry. I don't really know. but but this is it was really easy to read because of how it's written. So, and I sped through this, and it was just an utter treat. So, highly recommend it. I'll put some of the quotes on screens that I loved, because there was one that said, oh, here we go. I'll put one that I loved. It said, "Now you have come to kill me to prove yourself a man, but not all monsters have claws, and not only men protect the land." I just thought it was brilliant. There was loads of other ones like that I could show you, but yeah. So yeah, pick up the book. It was brilliant. Then I have a book that I started, but then I have what Alice from the Giant Bookshelf calls a soft DNF. So this is American Fever by Aziz Amina, and this is one I bought for my birthday that I thought that I got for my birthday, and that I thought that I would love. But I started it, mate, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with this book. There's nothing wrong with the writing of it. I think it's just I just couldn't get into it, and where my brain was at. I feel like it's just a very slow paced book, and the characterization at the beginning first bit that I read wasn't super strong, and it didn't really grab me. So neither the plot nor the writing nor the characterization grabbed me. So as a result, I've kind of like parking this for now. If this makes, because this could be listed for the Women's Prize. If this makes the Women's Prize, I will pick it up again and try and read it. But for now, this is a DNF, like a soft DNF for now. So I will go back to it, but not this book was not for now, and it was not the time for it. So the next book that I picked off my shelves, because I'm trying to read more non-fiction this year, and this is one I got for Christmas, Kurdish Women's Stories, which is edited Houzan Mahmoud, and this is basically 22 women's stories that have been translated into English through and that some of the women, the experiences that these Kurdish women have had. Quite a lot of them are quite brutal. I think I've read 5 so far. I'm trying to read a few at a time, because obviously they are very hard hitting. Understandably, it's important that their stories are told and they're put into the world so people can know that a lot of these women have gone through. But yeah, so yeah, this is what I'm reading. I'm gonna just make my way through it slowly over the course of the month. So yeah. Then, as some of you guys will know, I'm reading in the mega Dickens along, which is being hosted by Katie from Books and Things. She's hosting a year and a half read along of all of Dickens' works in publication order. I'm not taking part on the Discord. She's also running a Discord group, but I'm not great at Discord, so I've chosen not to take part in that, but I'm still reading the books. So the next one on this, so the one that was for January and February, which is Nicholas Nickleby. I've only just started it now. I should have started in January, but alas, this is what's happened. So yeah, so I started Nicholas Nickleby. The idea was I was going to try and read 100 pages a day and kind of get this is an 800 page book. No, nearly 850 page book. So nearly 900 pages. It's not a shiny one, sorry. It's another one I got from the library. And so the idea was that I was going to just read 100 pages a day, kind of get it done within a couple of weeks, like 10 days sort of thing. But I don't think that's I think I'm going to take a lot more longer than that, because like I said, I'm struggling to read, and I can only read little bits before my eyes get tired and it starts giving me a headache. And this writing is very small, but I actually am, that being all of me complaining said, I'm really enjoying it. What I've read so far, so I've read 100 pages. I started this Thursday, so, and it's Saturday now, so I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. And yeah, my sister Emily from Nova Novels is also reading this, and she's told me how much she's enjoying it too. And yeah, it's really good. And there's a funny bit. So I didn't realise with this bit, because obviously this is kind of the standard kind of Dickens tale of you following the lead character, the title character's life. But within this book, there's also, what I've read so far, there's a story within a story, and it's the story of the 5 sisters of York appeared. It's a little short story could have appeared where one of the characters is telling Nicholas a story. So Nicholas is on his way to the boarding school thing, and they're telling him the story of the 5 sisters of York, and yeah, and in this one of the 5 sisters is called Alice, so that made me laugh as well, because obviously lovely Alice. And yeah, and it was just really, really fun. I wasn't expecting the story within the story. That was quite fun. I love stories, little stories about sisters as well. So, and there's another quote, I'll put this book up. Well, another quote from this book that kind of made me laugh. I'll put it on screen. Is the Baron. So they're talking about the Baron. This is just after the short story, and they're talking about a Baron, and it says so the Baron's bugle grew hoarse for the lack of blowing. Obviously, that made me chuckle. That's the kind of sense of humour that I have. Yeah. So hopefully I will get this. I will try and read as much as I can and get this finished, but I'm in no rush, like I said. I don't know whether I'm going to try and maybe pick up some contemporary fiction alongside it, just to distract my brain a little bit and to sort of be able to keep me reading a bit easier pace, because this is quite a not heavy book in terms of, obviously it's very physically heavy, but it's quite, the story is, I feel like I need something fluffier to sort of, do you get me? Oh yeah, another thing that I'm listening to, I forgot to say about my audiobook. So I'm currently listening to, because all my picks came back from Scribd, because Scribd takes away loads of your, as you're reading, the more you read, obviously it starts limiting your choices, which I didn't realise about when I first got it. Yeah, so I wanted to read Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver last month. I wanted to start reading that with Charlie, but because of the Scribd situation, I've actually started reading it this month. So that appeared, and I've started listening to that. I'm about 23% through. So yeah, and I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, it's just this is a David Copperfield retelling. So I was a bit concerned because I didn't know how I'd get along with it, but so far so good. It is obviously it is a very literal, like I would say, retelling. It's kind of put it as a modern. It's David Copperfield put into the modern world, but with quite the characters' names are very, very obviously very similar to the characters' names in David Copperfield. So that might be jarring to some people, but for me, I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it, and the narrator on the audiobook is really good, which kind of helps. So yeah, that is my weekly reads. This is what I am currently reading. I'm guessing obviously David Copperfield will go into Demon Copperhead will go into next week, and this definitely will do, as will this. Yeah. I don't know whether I'll pick up something else as well. We'll see how I get on. Let me know what you guys are reading in the comments below. How your week's been? Like I said, I'm all better now. So actually last night I actually managed to go and see with my friend. We went and saw Six the Musical, which at our like a theatre that's it's like 20 minutes away. So it's the perfect little treat for me, because like I said, I'm still trying to get my energy back, but the theatre's not very far away. The show itself isn't a very long show, but it was so much fun, and it was just like the perfect like first venturing out into the world treat. So yeah, I highly recommend going to see that if you haven't. We haven't watched Drag Race yet, so I haven't actually. We'll be watching that in a minute with my children, so I'm excited to watch that today. Can't really think if we've got anything else going on. It's my husband's birthday next week, so we'll probably be going out for dinner and things like that next week. So yeah, not really sure, but yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to. Like I said, what you're reading. Talk to me in the comments how you all are, and send you guys lots of love. Goodbye.